Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news. So, folks, if you've been following the Lions this season, you know it's been a roller coaster of emotions, but also a display of resilience, talent, and that undeniable hunger to get back to the top of the NFC North and make a real statement in the NFL. And last Sunday's game against the Cleveland Browns was a perfect example of that. The Lions, despite some setbacks, managed to pull off a dominant performance, showing they're not just a team with potential, they're a team that's ready to compete at the highest level. But as always, there's a lot to unpack, especially when it comes to their defense and some of the injuries that affected their roster. Now, what really stood out was the performance of cornerback DJ Reed. This guy, who's been making waves since he joined the Lions, had a pretty impressive day until an unfortunate injury in the fourth quarter. Reed had just made a critical play earlier in the game, grabbing his very first interception as a Detroit Lion. That interception came in the second quarter, and it was a thing of beauty. He was defending a deep pass targeted at Jerry Jeudy, one of the Browns' key receivers, and Reed timed it perfectly, showing his instincts and ball skills. It was a moment that really energized the Lions' defense and gave the team some confidence that they could contain Cleveland's offense. But just as things were looking good, Reed suffered a hamstring injury that forced him off the field on a cart, and the concern was immediate. It was a tough sight for Lions fans, especially considering how much Reed had contributed up to that point. This injury came at a crucial moment, with the Lions leading 20-10, and it could have been a real blow, but the team showed their depth and resilience. Before his exit, Reed's impact was clear. He was playing with confidence, and his interception was a testament to his ability to change the game. Following his departure, the Lions' defense had to shuffle and adapt on the fly. And despite that, the team continued to control the game. One of the highlights of the day, which really lifted the atmosphere at Ford Field, was Calif Raymond's spectacular 65-yard punt return touchdown. That play not only extended the Lions' lead, but also demonstrated the special teams' explosiveness and how the Lions are finding ways to capitalize on every opportunity, even with some of their defensive stars nursing injuries. Now, it's important to highlight that Reed wasn't alone in facing injury issues. Kirby Joseph, who's been a key part of the secondary and had already made an interception earlier in the game, had to leave the field in the first half with a knee injury. Fortunately, he managed to return during the third quarter, showing his toughness and the team's medical staff's quick response. His return was a relief for the Lions' secondary, which has been tested quite a bit this season with injuries piling up. Meanwhile, cornerback Terrion Arnold also suffered a shoulder injury and was helped off the field. These injuries, especially in the secondary, could pose challenges moving forward, but the Lions have shown they're capable of adjusting and stepping up when it matters most. This game, while marked by some defensive setbacks, also revealed the incredible depth and grit that Detroit has cultivated. Players like Jack Campbell and others have been stepping into bigger roles, and the coaching staff continues to emphasize the importance of next-man-up mentality. The ability of this team to stay competitive despite injuries is a testament to their organization, their talent development, and their unyielding fighting spirit. It's a trait that fans can be proud of, especially as the season progresses and the stakes get higher. Now, looking ahead, the Lions are going to need to find ways to tighten up their secondary even further. Injuries are part of the game, but how they respond will define their season. With players like Goff continuing to lead offensively, showing poise and precision, the Lions have a real shot at making deep playoff runs. Goff's leadership has been a stabilizing factor, and his chemistry with his receivers keeps improving every week. The running game, the offensive line, and the special teams are all contributing to a balanced attack that keeps opponents guessing. And let's not forget about the overall trajectory of this team. The Lions are building something special. The culture is shifting, and the players are buying into the system. The coaching staff, led by Dan Campbell, has fostered a mindset of toughness and relentless effort. Their approach is paying off in close games, and even when adversity strikes, they keep fighting. This resilience is exactly what Detroit fans have been waiting for, especially after years of rebuilding and uncertainty. In terms of statistical performance, the Lions' offense continues to be among the top in the league, with Jared Goff throwing for over 300 yards in multiple games, consistently connecting with his receivers, including Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's been a reliable target across the middle. The running game, led by David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, has added a new dimension to their attack, balancing the air and ground game. On defense, despite the injuries, players like Jack Campbell and the secondary are stepping up, making crucial tackles and plays when it counts most. The special teams, as evidenced by Raymond's touchdown, have been a game-changer in several contests. But perhaps what's most exciting for Lions fans is the sense that this team is just getting started. They have the talent, the coaching, and the mental toughness required to contend for a championship. The NFC North is still competitive, but Detroit has established itself as a serious contender, and every game they play adds to their confidence and experience. The challenge now is how they will respond to setbacks like Reed's injury and how other players will step into bigger roles. In the broader context of the NFL, the Lions are turning heads. Their ability to compete at a high level, even when facing adversity, is drawing attention from analysts and fans alike. The NFC is loaded with talented teams, but Detroit's mix of youth, experience, and grit makes them a team to watch. Their upcoming schedule will test their depth and resilience even further, but if they continue to show the same fighting spirit, there's no doubt they can make a deep playoff run. And of course, the fanbase's energy fuels this team. Detroit fans are known for their passion, their unwavering support through thick and thin. The atmosphere at Ford Field when Raymond scored that touchdown was electric, a true display of how much this team means to the city. The connection between the players and the fans is palpable, and that symbiosis only adds to their motivation to succeed. So, as we look ahead to the rest of the season, the key will be how they bounce back from injuries, keep progressing offensively, and tighten up defensively. The Lions are in a promising position, but they know every game counts, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. The leadership of Jared Goff, combined with emerging stars and a coaching staff that emphasizes resilience and adaptability, makes this a team that could very well surprise many skeptics. Fans should be optimistic, but also prepared for the ups and downs that come with a long NFL season. Remember, every team faces adversity, but it's how they respond that defines their legacy. The Lions have shown they're capable of overcoming setbacks, and that's a huge plus moving forward. Their injury list might be growing, but so is their determination. This game against the Browns proved that even when facing hardship, Detroit can still dominate, execute big plays, and keep their eyes on the prize, the playoffs, and ultimately that elusive Super Bowl trophy. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. Keep the passion alive, and let's keep supporting this incredible team on their journey to greatness.